Man, this gotta be the year. I'm talking about we got these remakes coming out. Man, I'm talking about Spyro, Shenmue 1 and 2. Then once again, Spyro's finna drop this month. Man, these companies finally got their act together. Man, I'm talking about there's nothing that can just switch up anything, like anything bad about this that I can think of at this moment. I'm so happy that I'm getting all 3 games on a physical disc, because me being a collector and all, man, I simply love stuff like that. And the simple fact that it's just gonna be legit, straight gameplay soon as I put it in, and I'm just gonna be going in on all of these levels. Like, I cannot wait, man. Oh, good time. Oh, who was that? Hey, what's up, man?
Man, fuck gaming in 2018, man. I swear they do this shit every goddamn year. We can't have a goddamn thing without some stupid ass PR speak bullshit happening and fucking up everybody. Talk about digital download only. Welcome to the future. You want to go to the future? You want to go to the future with it? You want to download everything DRM?
Hey, whoa, hey, calm down. Hey, Immortal. Immortal, hold up. What is going on, bro?
Bro, listen.
Okay, alright, I'm listening. Man, wait, what the fuck? Alright, so this is the type of problem that I end up having. This isn't the first game that does this. And me being a collector, I have a huge issue with things like this. The simple fact that I go out of my way to actually buy a complete set game, and I have to end up getting DLC for something that should already be in the game. I should have the complete game no matter what. I'm a collector. I collect a shit ton of games, and the fact of when I put it in the game system for it to actually play, it actually ends up doing the job that it was meant to do. That's the whole point of me being a gamer. I take my gaming seriously just like I take my real life work seriously. You know, no one plans on working a full day's worth of work and then end up only getting half your check just for the next part of it to be sent to you 3 or 4 days later because, oh yeah, it was only, you know, download only type thing. Like, the sense of these type of things for collectors is something way different from a person who simply wants to play the game and download it. Like I said, I'm not faulting anyone on this when I say this. I don't mean any harm towards anybody when I say this, but if we want to continue to be a strong game company or a strong game community, that's where we're going to have to stop at. We're going to have to stop letting game companies force us to have these collection editions and then a majority of the game is DLC. Now, mind you, they did this already before with the Mega Man collection, 1 and the 2 Mega Man collection, where you ended up having to download the 7, 8, 9, and 10 game for the Switch. Now mind you, that's a game that can hold up to 32 gigabytes of gameplay. All 10 of those games don't even add up to 32 gigabytes. It's still the original 8-bit, not remastered. But yet, we end up having to deal with this type of thing over and over. There's more examples of it, but I'm not going to go into just dip on that. Like I said, with the PS4 is a dual layered disc. It holds up to 50 gigs of gameplay. But the 50 gigs of gameplay rarely even gets used these days up on that system. So why is it that we constantly have to end up getting half of a game with very little space on there and end up having to download the rest of the game when there's plenty of space on there? Even the simple fact that they can actually make extra layers on a Blu-ray disc, we can literally go up to 100 to 250. This is one of those things that has to stop if you honestly, you consider yourself a collector or, you know, a game player of these type of games, you have to wake up, stop doing all of this crazy shit. And like I said, I don't fault the game, the people who created the game. I don't fault them at all for this whole entire Spyro issue. Like I said, I've worked literally in the gaming and multimedia industry. I know how this works. I know when a game comes out, this shit is planned in advance. I used to print off the games. This shit is done months in advance. When I don't mean just like 2 or 3 months, I mean like almost near damn a year in advance. This has already been planned out. There's no reason why we should have half of a game, like let alone little than a half, a quarter of a game, and then the rest of the 75% of the game isn't even on there. And I'm talking about, like, I can understand something like this maybe for the Switch, but when it comes down to the whole shit that Xbox One, PS4, there's no excuse. Both of those use Blu-ray. There's no excuse. Now mind you, if you want to download the game, by all means, download it. But I cannot support something that constantly abuses the people who put the hard-earned money into it just to deal with the common everyday bullshit. Like, I'm thinking we passed this. Same thing going on now where they're also saying stuff about, oh, that we're going to end up with games eventually for this only download only. Then shit, I might as well just use my PC. What's the fucking point of me having a system if I'm going to download everything on it? What's the point of me going out and spending more of my money on something that the value of that game will not change because it's all digital? I'm not getting a booklet anymore. I'm not getting, you know, something extra like the fresh smell of the case anymore. I'm just getting this simple, lame ass DLC with nothing special besides cop-outs. And I can go into depth on that as well. What I mean by copping out, when you end up buying something and the whole game is fully complete, but what they end up doing is they lock it off. Now mind you, you have the full download of that game. I'm talking about they've done this before with Marvel vs. Capcom. They've done it with Destiny. And that's just a few out of it. But we constantly continue to have shit like this happen. Why? Why? Is it because the game company just wants to take our money? It's not the developer's fault on this. It's the people who go behind that these developers have to publish through who do this. The shit has to stop. I'm talking to you, you motherfucking Activision motherfuckers. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Cut that shit out. That's all I gotta say. You know, just fuck the shit, man. I'm tired of this. But I know somebody's out there gonna say, oh, why are you bitching about this? Because I am a collector. I love collecting games. I love for games to actually be complete when they're complete. I haven't had an issue like this where I really was in dire need of actually playing a game and looking forward to a game, and then all of a sudden you come out with a classic, a childhood classic, and I have to download parts of the actual game. Maybe they're actually on the disc, but the simple fact that I have to download that game, not knowing if I buy this game used or new, I know I'm gonna get the whole game if I get it new. But the simple fact that if for some weird reason I take my time, I wait, I buy the game used because it's a little bit cheaper, maybe $10 cheaper. I'm going out of my way to buy that game, but I'm also risking the fact that I might not get the downloadable content that came with the game. So now I have a locked game and I only can play the first part of the game. That's a person just being gypped, and that's just something I can't stand for anymore. Like I said, Spyro doesn't deserve this. The people who actually work their asses off to remake a masterpiece don't deserve this. I believe they deserve the money that they did and everything else that they had put into this. I believe that they deserve all of that to be put back. Just the simple fact that this shit is happening needs to stop. And I just want people to wake up on this type of thing, because this is what's going to end up killing gaming for a lot of people. Now, if you want it, you want it. But if you don't, at the end of the day, like I said, things like this is what's going to kill the gaming community. So that's all I got to say. Y'all have a good one. This is your boy, the Black Honey. Signing.